Good morning, everybody. I'm at the Four Seasons Fisheries this morning, and my good friend Pat Masters has brought down his amazing vehicle. Now, tell me, Pat, what on earth are you using this vehicle for?
So this, well, good morning to start with. This vehicle is going to carry us 2,000 miles down the length of the Baja Peninsula next year, which is below San Diego in California, in the Baja 1000 race.
Wow!
Yeah.
So this is This is designed and built in just a few miles down the road.
Absolutely. Yeah.
In
Just a stone's
Staining.
throw from where we are now.
Right.
In our shed.
Can you tell us a bit about the vehicle? It looks like a Land Rover Freelander.
Yeah, so it looks like a Land Rover Freelander too, but it's all plastic, well, fiberglass panels, everything's fiberglass. It's a full FIA space frame underneath. It runs Discovery 2 drivetrain, Defender gearbox, Discovery 2 TD5, turbo diesel engine. It's got an unrated turbo on it, it's only 200 horsepower. We don't want massive horsepower because we just want it reliability, we want it to get to the end.
So we've
got a long way to go. And
so
get there.
wow. So we've got the turbo sort of down there.
Yeah, the turbo's here. It's on a corner because it wouldn't fit in otherwise.
Right.
The turbo sits at the back of there. Air filter comes in through the snorkel, goes through this big air filter here. It comes in there, through there, back into the turbo, out through a big massive air intercooler at the front.
Right.
And then into the inlet track on this side here.
Right.
And then the hot water comes through. It's got a huge dual pass 50mm, I think it's around 60mm radiator on the front, full width. Try and keep it cool.
And this you've designed and built and accommodate all this on yourself. This wasn't.
No, this wasn't there. No,
this wasn't there. So you've had
the engine and gearbox was 12 inches further in.
Right.
So we brought it forward to give us more room in the cab because it's very constrained in the cab. So we brought it forward and built everything. Yeah.
Right. So this tubular chassis runs throughout the vehicle.
Yeah, it's a full space frame. Yeah, it runs right through the car.
So if we have a look inside,
yeah,
then.
Let me open the door for you.
And there, look at this.
So it's full tube. Like I say, there's everything's in there that we need, but nothing that we don't really. So we have two satellite navigation systems, they're independent from each other for failure.
Right.
So driver's one, the nav's one a bit bigger.
Right.
So for the Baja, we get a GPS trail to follow.
Right.
So we don't really need maps or anything. So we just follow the trail. So we have those. We have a speedo. We have the gauges to monitor the engine, and then that's about it really. Don't really need much else.
So this is an amazing race car, and you've been testing it in Morocco, have you, Pat?
Yeah, so we took it out last year. We did 6 days in the desert with it. We did about 850 miles with it in the time we were there. Pretty much problem free actually. Yeah, we went really well, a lot better than I thought.
Is it permanent 4-wheel drive?
Yeah, well, yes, it's a Discovery gearbox. You got a low range on that second knob there,
right,
and a centre diff lock should you need it. But it has some tricky diffs in it that have been the heavy duty diffs. So the back's like an all-terrain bias diff, so it's not a locker, but it's sort of in between that.
Right. Okay.
So that's it. So we're going back out September, so we're going back to Morocco in September to do the Fennec Rally, which is a 6-day race. And then it'll come back home and we'll strip it down to the frame, we'll get all this powder coated so it looks nice, and then it'll go in a container in January next year and out to America.
Wow.
To do 1,000.
So moving around to the back then, this is where you've got your survival equipment,
Well,
is it?
So again, packaging is a bit of an issue because you're trying to get everything into a Freelander 2 shape.
Right.
So we've got these are the absolutely important sand ramps.
Yeah.
So when we get stuck, we can throw these under the wheel.
Yeah.
And get some traction, hopefully get out of it. If we can't get that dug in, we have a big hydraulic jack in the middle.
Okay. Let's get that side of that. See
Right
you
up.
later. Yeah.
And then so we've got a hydraulic jack here. It comes out and just lifts out, and we can lift the car a good 2 foot up in the air, and then put the sand ramps under the wheels.
Wow.
And then we've got twin spare wheels. You normally cut out the spare tyres, so we have that with a bit of a exhibition shovel if you have to get in. And then these would normally be full with recovery tow ropes and the like, spare fuel maybe.
And these massive shock
Yeah,
absorbers.
so we have the dampers have got 12-inch travel on them. So we have a lot of droop, so the car sits quite high, but it'll take another foot of jacking up before the wheel came off the floor. So we're about a foot of, well, about 8 inches of droop, I think.
Wow.
So, because obviously you want the wheels to fall into the dip as you go along.
Is it possible to start it up at all, Pat, do you think?
I can do, yeah, it's not that impressively noisy.
I know, it's a diesel engine, but we can have a look at it running, which will be great. There we go, look.
Quite quiet really for what it is.
Yeah, so what sort of speeds will you be doing across the desert?
Well, we need to average about 40 mile an hour,
Right.
over 1,500 miles. So really, anything between sort of 40 and 60.
Right.
We have a sort of 90 out of it across the desert, but it feels like you're driving on marbles at that speed.
And these big off-road tyres then?
Yeah.
You don't need to have them the bead screwed to the wheel rim then?
Well, yeah, the bead lock on the outside.
Yeah.
But it all costs money.
Okay.
Okay. I'm only a simple working man, and I have a fixed budget, so consequently it's a case of spending money where you need it.
Okay. Thanks, Pat. So Pat is raising all the money for this himself. So Pat, what do we do if somebody's really looking for some support?
Yeah, so there's a couple of things we can do. We can go to, well, I'll show you, the card's probably easier, isn't it?
Oh, okay.
So we have a website, which is this top one here.
Yeah.
We have an Instagram account, we have Facebook. So Facebook and a website are the ones to go for. Or you can, if you're feeling fruity, you can drop someone in the GoFundMe account. So if you search the internet for teamx.racing, you'll find us.
Okay, so they're on Facebook.
So Facebook,
yeah, guys, if you want to support Pat and his team,
yeah,
local Blackpool guy.
So
and
every
his
5
dream
is another mile.
Right.
About a 5 a mile.
A 5 a mile then.
Every 5 is a further mile. So,
fantastic.
Yeah, it'd be great.
So, thanks, Pat.
Thanks, Russ.
Yeah, and all the best with your endeavour to realise your dream.
Yeah, thank you. It's all getting a bit real now. So,
Yeah.
After 40 years of planning,
Oh, wow.
it's come together. So, yeah.
Brilliant. Thanks a lot. All the best. Thank you.
Thank you.